By now, we are used to the hype. The Super Bowl looms, which means an endless stream of stories about bets between governors, who has the best weather, hometown chow, and, of course, rabid fans. But this year, the stretch seems particularly thin. Cue the cliches, starting with the woman who arrived in the wee hours to see the team off at Gillette Stadium.
It's on my bucket list. It's something I've wanted to do and made sure I got here.
Fair enough. Then there's the Saugus barber who cuts hair and paints heads. Good to know and apparently inspiring.
She says she got the idea to paint moon and pie when she heard about fans getting Patriots haircuts.
Not to be outdone, what about that massive cake made by a local bakery now on its way to Minneapolis?
1, 2, 3.
But if stories of painting cakes and animals and heads doesn't do it, how about the fan who painted himself?
It takes a brave man to get one marking the Patriots' 6th Super Bowl victory.
Brave or... never mind. The news wouldn't be complete unless it included stories about those devoted fans.
This couple is leaving this morning to drive 20 hours to Minnesota for the game.
And then, of course, there's the time-worn, a house divided.
Well, you see, the wife is a diehard Patriots fan, but the man she married is an Eagles fan.
Had enough? We've barely just begun. April the Giraffe of live streaming birth fame apparently has a prediction.
Picking the Patriots to beat the Eagles.
Oh, and let's not forget the food fights. Jim Koch of Sam Adams is in on the act.
They get to wear goat masks and Patriots colors and drink Sam Adams and go cry in their beer.
Rest assured, though, the Philly media is no better.
Any food type from New England is now under siege in this city. We're talking Boston cream donuts, New England clam chowder, and now Boston Market.
So it's on to Minnesota for these two.
And we'll all be with the birds every step of the way.
The birds? I'll show you the birds. I couldn't resist. You know what one story Cliche was missing this year, big time? The rush to buy giant screen TVs. Remember, everybody was, I got to get a giant screen. That's because everybody already has one. Right. So that was the one that was missing. Maybe we could send that idea to Philly. They probably haven't done that one yet. We've gone through this cycle a couple of times.
Well, the problem is that the teams just keep winning, and if you went to a community where they haven't won in a while, then the narrative would be, will this be the time when they'll win? I mean, think back to the Red Sox, right? When everybody was saying, when is the curse going to be lifted? And then after that, it kind of becomes more of the same.
You don't think they're doing all these silly stories in Philly? I think
I don't know. I don't know if it's as silly as part of the narrative has to be, we haven't done this before. So that storyline is still very strong. They might have some of the silly ones around, but we don't even have that. So we have to go silly 100%.
We're not breaking any curses.
We're not breaking any curses. That's what makes it interesting.
I mean, I've got to confess to having done some of these stories in my day. Back in 2002, I was in New Orleans. This was the first Super Bowl Tom Brady victory. I found the bar in the French Quarter that was the sole Patriots bar in all of New Orleans. And I kept in touch with that bartender, the bar for years. Yeah. I mean, people are talking about the game. It's top of mind, especially if you're not politics obsessed. The game is what you're talking about, so people are going to want to turn on the news or open the paper and see a story and have something to share. It's all in good fun. It's okay.
I didn't say it was.
This is actually a huge moneymaker for the local media. Somebody at the Globe told me recently that this was a bonanza for the Globe. They would sell. If they win Sunday, the number of extra papers they sell is just off the charts. So it's silly. I guess it's fun. I haven't paid much attention to it. But it's also supporting the stuff that matters. I'm going to watch the game. All right. I'm going to watch the game and the commercials, but I haven't been paying attention to this.
Yeah, sorry, Professor No Fun over here.
Exactly.
I mean, really, NFL, No Fun League. But I want to know more about that night in the bar, Joanna, and how you bonded with them. Yeah, look, who doesn't love an animal calling the outcome of the game? The giraffe, the octopus. Did they have the octopus this time, or was that
just way too many
the World Cup? Yeah. I love animal predictions. And, it's just fun. There's no reason why the media can't, once in a while, climb down off its lofty throne of serious chin-stroking and posturing and just get down in the mud, roll around in it. What's wrong with that?
Even if you're not carrying the game, I can't believe how many people, for instance, Channel 5 has out there. I don't know how many they've got 4 or 5 people out there. And they've got Ed Harding running around saying, here's something to see in Minneapolis, and it's a frozen water fountain. He says, well, in the summer, it's really a popular... Okay.
Did you see that story in the Globe about Bill Belichick
and that's the other thing.
and Nantucket?
This is where that drove me crazy. You know, well, and how about the one about the evolution of headsets? I couldn't even get into the newspaper story.
Somebody at the Globe tweeted that Belichick and Nantucket story got like more simultaneous views than any story has gotten in months. I mean,
it was interesting.
Made him look human.
Well, it did make him look human.
He was actually doing something for his friends and family.
Yes, absolutely. But I mean, it does show you the level of interest in this stuff.
And no small children.
But isn't it though? This is how it is with media. Whenever there's a snowstorm coming, you're going to go do a live shot at the big sand mountain or pit.
It's called overkill, and we're proud of it.
There are certain things, we've done it a million times, but you're going to go stand at the street that always gets flooded because that makes good television.
And just apropos of your package you did, Tippi Hendren, definitely not an Eagles fan, right?
Definitely not.